Courtney Uncooked, and this is my friend Jonah Shaver, who's also the chef at the Green Cat, which is one of my favorite restaurants of all time. We're so lucky to have Jonah here today. He's going to show us his delicious Sesame Asian salad. It is so good. It's got a lot of ingredients, but it is worth it. But before we get started, Jonah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi guys, my name's Jonah Shaver. I'm from the Virginia Beach area, local, lived here my whole life. My cooking background, I come from the Egg Bistro. Started at the Chesapeake location when I was about 15 years old, bussing tables, just putting in work. And then I moved my way up to prep cook, line cook, and eventually started leading the line to success. I loved cooking. It became my passion very fast, but then I became vegan almost 3 years ago. Next month will be 3 years.
Yay! Go Jonah! The rest is history.
Yes.
Now you're at the Green Cat.
Yes.
Yes, making me delicious food all the time. Cool.
Yes.
Well, Jonah is about to follow his dreams and move out to Colorado. He's 20 years old. He's got his whole life ahead of him. So I snagged him before he goes out there and becomes a famous vegan chef for my show. And he's going to show me this salad is absolutely delicious. It's a Sesame Asian salad. Really, really excited. Where do we start? What do we do first?
All right, first step, always just with your greens. Get it chopped up nice and fine. Make sure the stalks aren't too big. I like to use the stalks because that's just nutrition you're missing out on. Then you can go ahead and add it to your mixing bowl. That beautiful, vibrant green kale, full of life, vitamin K. And then you can just add in
some shredded carrots, some broccoli, and this was cool that he used the stems. I never use the stems, but he chopped up a whole stalk of broccoli, so that was neat to watch. And he's very good at knife skills. His knife skills put me to shame.
Yeah. When you're dealing with the stalks of broccoli, you always want to peel off the fibers on the outside because then that way it just takes away from that like really hard to chew, hard to digest feeling you get when you eat raw broccoli. Because that's why people usually stick to the florets, but I don't like to waste any of the product, so we use all of it. Then you can add in some green beans, some peanuts.
Raw peanuts,
of course, and then we can move on to the dressing.
So do we toss this yet, or?
It's not really gonna make a difference.
You wait until you have the dressing and then you toss it all together.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So we always start with the liquids.
Okay.
No specific order, but just
so we got
to get
water. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. No worries. Yeah, you just go on ahead and start with your liquids just to give it a nice base to start with to blend. And then you can go ahead and add in your seasonings.
Sesame oil.
Once you get there.
Some lime juice. You said a pinch of cayenne.
Yes.
And this cayenne pepper is actually made by my friend Darian Abar. And the name of his company is The Broctarian, and his spices are delicious. So this is actually a cayenne pepper blend, but it's going to be better than just cayenne pepper. And I'm going to do 2 pinches because it's so good.
Yum.
Yes.
I love cayenne.
Cool. All right. So then we have a little bit of pepper and some agave and some mustard.
Some salt.
A pinch of salt. Take the mustard here and actually use this to
get all that out there. Can't lose on any of the mustard.
Mustard's good. Yeah. And then we have some grated ginger and grated garlic.
Beautiful. And it's not too specific on how small you want it since it's going in the blender. Normally I would grate that a little smaller if I was sauteing, but we're just dealing with the dressing right now, so no worries.
And you said to add the tahini in last.
Yes.
And why do we do that?
I just find it easier to have your thicker agents on top and let the blade spin around in the liquids, and it helps it just get a more of a creamy texture.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's everything. Oh, and then we have some white wine vinegar.
Beautiful. It's going to give you a nice little...
And I always like to start off on low.
Yes, definitely. Just to get the initial chunks blended up, and then you can turn it up whenever you're ready.
So, oh my gosh. Smells good, looks good. This is going to be good. It's going to be really good.
I'm glad you're excited as I am.
I'm so excited. Is that enough?
That's... Let me see.
Looks good to me.
Oh yeah, nice and creamy, nice and thick. That's exactly what we're looking for. That nice little tahini brownish golden color. Love it. Ooh.
Wow.
I love me a thick dressing.
Now, how often do you make this?
So at the Green Cat, we do grab and go items, and we like to mix it up as much as possible. So I would say I make this maybe twice a month there, and then it has a 5-day shelf life. With dressing.
In the refrigerator?
Yes.
All right.
Time to toss her up.
Let's see you toss that salad, Jonah. Any techniques you want to share with us about tossing salad?
Definitely make sure you're always getting all the way to the bottom and mixing very thoroughly. Just like kneading, that's probably not the right word, but making sure that the dressing gets all over everything.
Now, at the Green Cat, you probably do this with your hands and with gloves on. I think I've seen you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. It's a lot easier with your hands, but...
Some people just don't like to cook with their hands and make things with their hands. They're going to want to do it this way. I don't really like getting my hands dirty all that much either, so I would probably do this.
Me personally, I like to feel each and every ingredient, but
okay.
Everyone else's... But that's when I'm dealing with my own food. Or even other people's food, but then I'll have gloves on, so don't worry about that.
So how did you come up with this salad? What was your inspiration?
So my inspiration was, to start with tahini, my inspiration was we have a kale Caesar salad that we have at the Green Cat. That's super good. It's like kale, walnuts, tomatoes, cucumber, onion.
Okay.
And then we mix it with, it's a tahini-based dressing, but it's definitely not... doesn't have like the complexity of this one. I added definitely a lot more spices, but that's where my inspiration came from. And then it was probably around August when I came up with this, and Jackie had asked me to come up with a new salad going into fall, a kale one, and preferably something super hearty, super yummy, lots of nutrition. And I just sat down and started making. That's usually how I come up with my best creations, with no real idea in mind. I just kind of go for it and see what happens.
Just go with the flow.
Yes, definitely. Yes. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we going for a taste now?
All right,
it's
yes,
looking
we're
nice
going for
and
a taste. Just going to get me a fork. Let's see what we got. I'll just put a little bit in here.
Make sure you get a good mix of ingredients. And find some broccoli.
Ooh. I'm just so, I used to think that you had to have a stove and an oven cooking and baking something to get that delicious smell, but everything we make just has a delicious smell. Thank you.
A little bit of everything in there.
All right, so let's see. I got a bean, I got a peanut, I got some carrot. It's like a party in my mouth.
Yes, success. I'm so glad you like it.
Thank you for sharing this.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm so glad you like it.
Gosh, it's so good. I'm feeling inspired. I'm making a Sesame Asian salad with Jonah Shaver. The salad's delicious. You're gonna love the flavor. The green beans and the peanuts make it taste so unique. We put everything in the salad but the kitchen sink. I'm sad that Jonah's moving to Colorado. He's leaving this town smoother than an avocado. No, you don't need a stove or an oven to cook. Just a blended dehydrator and Courtney Uncooked.